I just got a notification. Michael Pearce is live now. I'm not sure anybody else is here yet. So, Marco, hurricane/tropical storm today. Some gray clouds out there. Barely a breeze. Not much happening, which is a good thing. Hopefully it's not causing trouble somewhere else. So, welcome. It's Monday. I'm back again. I'm going to try out some news, or at least one new thing today. And I will have a quiz. I didn't do a quiz last week. I know it was horrible. I know I have my wrong slide. I have my backup slide. Uh-oh. Hello, Brenda. Thank you. This is a Dobro brand guitar. I don't know if you can see on the back, it's got a tropical scene. Hey Ian, nope. The storm wasn't much of anything. It's I can see a tree out my window over here and the leaves aren't even blowing on it. So turns out well. We got another one on the way though, so we'll see what happens with that one. It's a Jimmy Reed song. Found you love, the one worth waiting for. I found you love, worth waiting for. I'm gonna sign it in a contract. You won't find one little flaw. It's hard to believe the condition this world is in. It's hard to believe the condition this world is. Trust nobody, girl, you know it's a sin. Found you love, the one worth me waiting for. Found you love, the one worth me waiting for. I'm gonna sign it to a contract. You won't find one little flaw. Found you love. Sign it in a contract, you won't find one little flaw. Found Love, Jimmy Reed. I hope everybody's doing okay. Oh, there's Maisha. Hi, Maisha. I don't know about you, Maisha, but the flooding wasn't too bad here, and there was not much wind damage. So, as I say this, it just started raining. I can hear the rain outside. Uh-oh. It's beginning. Fortunately, actually, we were talking about this yesterday, having everything stocked up for this COVID business and doing big shoppings and making sure you have plenty, I was well prepared to hunker down for a while. But the only thing I did to get ready for this storm was like on Monday or something, I was out shopping. No, today's Monday. Last week sometime I was out shopping and I noticed I had a half a tank of gas and I thought, let me just top it off. And I put more gas in my car, which is the first time I put gas in my car since this whole COVID thing happened. All right. What should I do now? The typical dilemma. This part is no different than my regular live performances at a club. I never know what to play. James song, and y'all let me know if you can hear me okay, because I never know whether I have the microphone in the right place, and all because I can't hear it. I just hear what I'm saying. Goodbye, baby, gonna leave you now. I told you, darling, love you no how. Oh yeah. Goodbye, baby. Baby, bye bye. Oh darling, take my right hand. I told you, honey, why don't you understand? Oh yeah. Goodbye, baby. Baby, bye bye. Baby, take all of me. I told you, honey, the way things ought to be. Oh yeah. Goodbye, baby. Baby, bye bye. Goodbye, baby. Gonna leave you now. I told you, darling, don't love you no how. Oh yeah. Goodbye, baby. Baby, bye bye. Goodbye, baby. Elmore James. All right, so well, let's just do another Elmore James song while we're at it. Because I kind of like to. Oh, you want to hear a Sun House song? Speaking of Sun House, I was talking to someone the other day who has a young daughter. So I'll do a Sun House song. I know you're sick of Elmore James, Brenda. Anyway, I was talking to someone the other day, and there's a school here in New Orleans called the Louise McGhee School. And it's kind of like a fancy schmancy school, and one of my neighbors, his daughter goes there, and apparently they're open, but they give the students the option to do online learning. So they decided to do the online learning, which I think was being a responsible parent. But that's just me. What do I know? I don't have any kids. So anyway, this Louise McGhee School here in New Orleans, it's been there for a long time. I don't know exactly how many years, but it's been there for, like 100 years or something. And Sun House, back in the 20s or 30s or something, when he was a young man, he lived in Algiers, right across the river. That's part of New Orleans, but it's across the river, so it almost seems like it's not part of New Orleans. And he got inspired by the Louise McGhee School to write this song. So here's Louise McGhee. Louise McGhee, please do me a favor and shake her hand for me. If you see a girl, go by the name Louise McGhee. Please do me a favor and shake her hand for me. Love that girl like a cow loved to chew its cud. She got low down ways, I should have left her when I could. I love that girl just like a cow loved to chew its cud. She got low down ways, should have left her when I could. Babe, I don't want you to cry no more, 'cause when I go, I'm gonna hang straight on your door. When I leave here, darling, I don't want you to hang no more. When I go, I'm gonna hang crepe on your door. Guitar solo. Blues 3 different ways. I had 2 minds to leave, but I had 1 to stay. When I woke up this morning, I had the blues 3 different ways. favor and shake her hand for me. You see a little girl go by the name Louise McGhee. Please do me a favor and shake a little hand for me. Thank you all very much. You're welcome, Brenda. Thank you for requesting it. I know you love to hear that story about the origins of that song. So, let's switch guitars here, switch tunings. Okay, so I have a quiz. I didn't do a quiz last week. So I have this week's quiz. I'm running out of things to quiz on because, most of this stuff is too easy. Like, I can't hold up a plate and say, what is this? I'm trying to keep it kitchen-ish. So this. What is this thing? See, I'm looking where I'm showing it. Here, I'll put it up close. See this? It's a metal thing with a bunch of holes in it. There's a little thickness to it. There's two pieces of metal, one on each side, and they got holes in it and a bunch of empty space in between there. So, that's this week's quiz. That's a 5-pointer, I say. So we'll see if anybody knows that. Oops. So I've been doing this experiment since we're in my kitchen and I don't have a guitar in my hand. I've been making this rye bread. And it's 100% rye. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Nancy. No, it is not a splatter screen. But good guess. I figured someone would guess that. I do have a splatter screen. A hint is, since I've lived in this house and I have this stove and oven, I don't really use it. I don't know that I've ever used it since I've lived here. Maybe I have once or twice. Nope, it's not a strainer. But good guesses all around. So anyway, I've been making this rye bread and cooks for a really long time. Here, I'll show you. I made my most successful one the other day. I ate half of it last night. I make these teeny little loaves and it's almost like a pumpernickel-ish kind of bread. But it cooks for like 5 hours. I cook it for 5 hours and at a really low temperature. And it just like develops this deep, awesome flavor. So, and it's really good. Anyway, so that was just an excuse to show you my bread. But 2 times ago when I was doing my experiment, where I only cooked it for 4 hours, Maisha, good guess. Nope, not for tortillas. I'll give you a hint in a minute after I finish my oven story. So I put it in the oven, and I know it has 4 hours, and I go in the other room to, I'm sure, do something very deep, like nap. And I hear this bang from the kitchen. And it's like, what's that? Sometimes that'll happen. You'll put something, and it'll fall. And I come out here, and this whole front part of my oven, the piece, this glass, had dropped, and it was just leaning there. And fortunately, inside the oven, there's some more stuff that insulates it. This is more of just like to look pretty. But it came off. Fortunately, apparently that's not an uncommon thing for this oven. This oven's close to 20 years old now, so and I use it a lot, so it's gotten kind of a beating. But I went online, and apparently this model oven, that's not completely unusual. I forgot what I was going to play. And so it happens to a lot of people. So also I was able to find the solution, which is basically silicone. It's just glued on there, amazingly. So it's just like this silicone glue I had to get. Oh, Laura. Nope, it's not a toaster. However, I'll give you a hint. One of the reasons I don't use it on this oven since I've moved here is because this oven is, for me, a fancier oven. I've got in the front, I've got 2 high temperature burners, and then in the back here, a regular burner, and then in the back here, a low temperature burner. So I have, varying types of burners. So in other words, these ones I can get really high. This one in the back corner over here, I can get really low. So that's a hint. Anyway, I've got 8 people here. Oh, 7. They got sick of me talking about the oven. So let's see. Do I do the new song I'm trying to learn and make a fool of myself? Oh, Thomas, that really would make a nice P Marshall, wouldn't it? I think that's an alternate use for it. And it could be a chromatic harmonica as well. It's got holes on both sides. Got lots of holes, so you get lots of notes. Bitch to tongue block on this thing, though. So, anyway, here's a Muddy Waters song. It's actually a Willie Dixon song, except don't tell Brenda that because she hates Willie Dixon. I won't get close to you, baby, like white on rice. Close to you, darling, like cold as 2 ice. Close to you, honey, like the hair on your head. Close to you, baby, you heard what I said. I won't get close to you, so close to you, so close to you, baby. You don't know what to say or do. I won't get close to you, baby, as the side of your eye. Close to you, darling, just like heat is to fire. Close to you, honey, like an egg to a hen. Close to you, darling, just like we were twins. I won't get close to you, so close to you, so close to you, baby. You don't know what to say or do. Just like water is too wet. Close to you, baby, like fires to smoke. Close to you, darling, just like pig is to pork. I won't get close to you, so close to you, so close to you, darling. I don't know what to say or do. Closer and closer, baby. Closer and closer, darling. Closer and closer, baby. Closer and closer, darling. I want to get close to you, baby. You don't know what to say or do. Thank you very much. Yes, Brenda, I shouldn't have put words in your mouth. You're right. I shouldn't say you hate somebody. I apologize. Willie Dixon was one of those, oh, thank you, Thomas. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Thomas Walker is my playing partner, my friend, and one of the finest musicians I know, or even know of. And he's one hell of a zither player. He can play a zither even if it doesn't have strings on it. I found that out yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. Okay, so back to the quiz. Doesn't look like anybody's going to get it. Here, I'll give you an even better hint. I don't have any pans around here. This is, you do this. And then you put a pan on top of it. So what it is a heat diffuser. So if you have an oven and you got to get it really, really low, say you want to just do something that you just want to keep something warm, but you're afraid you're going to burn it, or something like a flame fanner. So you put this burner on like as low as it can go, but if that's not low enough, then you put this thing on top of it to keep it, whatever you put on there, from getting too hot. Like say you just want to keep butter melted or warm or something. I don't know what you do. Something where your oven, your stove doesn't get low enough. And I've had some crappy stoves in the past that I ended up getting that because I would burn and crap all the time. Anyway. So I was watching this, I've been going on Amazon Prime. I'm watching various shows, and I started watching this TV show called Spirited, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend, but it wasn't bad. This woman moves into a house, and a dead rock star is in there, and he's a ghost, and kind of they hang out and get up to all sorts of mischief. You like raisin toast, Thomas? I do too. So this show Spirited, I was watching it, and the first episode ends, and as they're running the credits, there's this song, and I'm like, what is that? That's I gotta find out what that song is. And so then I watched the next episode, and they didn't play that song at the end. So I go back to the first one, go to the end of it, try to listen to some words, do a Google search. So then I finally figure it out. It's this song by Washington Phillips, who was a zither player, or he played a variation of a zither. And it's called Denomination Blues. And it's very high pitched, the music behind it here, which explains why I'm putting a capo on my guitar, which I don't normally use one. So anyway, then I decided I gotta learn this song. Now there's a lot of words, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be reading them off of right here because there's a ton of words, and I'll probably screw it up. But I feel like doing it. I gotta put the pressure on and do it in front of people. Tell you a natural fact, every man don't understand what the Bible's like, but that's all. I tell you that's all, but you better have Jesus. I tell you that's all. Well, the denominations, they got no right to fight. You ought to treat each other right, but that's all. I tell you that's all. But you better have Jesus. I tell you that's all. Well, the primitive Baptists, they believe you can't get to heaven unless you wash your feet, but that's all. I tell you that's all. You gotta have Jesus. I tell you that's all. Now the missionary Baptists, they believe you go underwater, you don't wash your feet, but that's all. I tell you that's all. You gotta have Jesus. I tell you that's all. Now the AME Methodists, they believe sprinkle the head and don't wash the feet, but that's all. I tell you that's all. But you better have Jesus. I tell you that's all. Now the holiness people, when they came in, it says, boy, them through Christ you live above sin, that's all. I tell you that's all. But you better have Jesus. I tell you that's all. Well, the Church of God had it in his mind. The way to get to heaven was the sacramental wine, but that's all. I tell you that's all. Well, you better have Jesus. I tell you that's all. You better have Jesus. I tell you that's all. Denomination Blues, Washington Phillips. I'm the only one you've ever seen play Washington Phillips. Actually, when I did some research on that song, I found that Ry Cooder had done it on one of his albums, Into the Purple Valley, which apparently somehow brought it back into the public eye because, of course, everybody now knows Denomination Blues by Washington Phillips. But I purposely have not listened to his version. I've only listened to Washington Phillips' version, which actually, that's only about 2/3 of the song. This was recorded back in the days of '78, and it's a 5-minute song. And I actually even dropped out one of the verses. It's a 5-minute song, so there's part 1 and part 2. Part 1 was the one side of the 78, and part 2 was the other side of the 78. Okay, so you're all crapped out on the diffuser. We'll do one more. This is a 3-pointer though. This. I'm making up for last week because I didn't do a quiz. And I think I'm running out of things to quiz on. And yes, it's a pan. But what type of pan other than old? Has a little flappy thing here. All right. So let's see here. Is this thing scrolling? Yes, it is. All right, I guess I'll do one more song. That's the only Washington Phillips song I know. Oh, I know what I'll do. Another new song I'm sort of working on, but I've played it a ton. Laura wins Springform Pan. So you pop this thing out, and it comes apart, and, and you bang it on your guitar. It's kind of made out of the same thing as this guitar. And then you can take the bottom out, so you can get stuff out of the pan more easily. And I'll put it back together later. So Chapman song. Well, I'm sitting on the corner in my taxi car. A good look woman come to me, says, "Is your car for hire?" Well, if you're a cigarette smoking woman, just throw your butts over around here. 'Cause I'm an old ashtray taxi. Just drop your shorts over in here. We can smoke a cigarette, woman, as I drive along. I'll drop all your ashes before I take you home. If you're a cigarette smoking woman, just throw your butts over in here. 'Cause I'm your ashtray taxi. Just throw your butts over around here. Drive out in the country, I'm gonna park on the road. I'm gonna dump all my ashes, I got a great big load. If you're a cigarette smoking woman, just throw your butts over around here. 'Cause I'm your ashtray taxi. Just throw your butts over in here. Been last night, you come home this morning, your cigarette sure ain't right. If you're a cigarette smoking woman, just throw your butts over in here. 'Cause I'm your ashtray taxi. Just throw your shorts over around here. Sit off in the back with your feet on the front seat. My cigarette will fit your holder so doggone nice and neat. If you're a cigarette smoking woman, just throw your butts over in here. 'Cause I'm your ashtray taxi. Just throw your shorts over in here. Cigarette holder so long, so nice and round. Perfect fit for that cigarette I've been toting around. If you're a cigarette smoking woman, just throw your butts over in here. 'Cause I'm your ashtray taxi. Just throw your shorts over in here. I'm your ashtray taxi. Just throw your shorts over around here. Well, thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate when you come on here and put up with my stupidness. It was fun. Hopefully I'll see you next Monday. Hopefully we'll stay safe with Hurricane Laura heading our way. You all take care and be good to each other. Goodbye. Thank you.